A woman whose doctor allegedly caused her unborn baby to be accidentally decapitated inside her womb has told the gynecologist she doesn't forgive her for the tragic accident. A medical tribunal in the UK heard Dr. Vaishnavi Laxman, who carried out the delivery on an NHS maternity unity, should have given the 30-year-old patient an emergency cesarean section as the premature baby was in breech position. However, the tribunal was told the doctor chose to attempt to carry out the delivery naturally, allegedly urging the mother-to-be to push while she pulled the baby's legs. The Times reports, the alleged maneuver by the consultant gynecologist caused the baby's legs, arms and torso to become detached, leaving the head in the mother's womb as a result. 2 other doctors were forced to carry out a C-section to remove the baby's head, which was then reattached to his body so his mother could hold him and say goodbye. The tribunal heard the mother was not in established labor at the time. Patient A, as the mother is known, came face to face with Dr. Laxman at the tribunal. Looking across the room at the doctor, she said, "I don't forgive you, I don't forgive you." The doctor did not make eye contact with her former patient, with Dr. Laxman's QC apologizing to the mother on her behalf. Dr. Laxman faces being struck off as a result of the bungled birth. She denies contributing to the death of the baby. The tribunal heard that the tragedy on March 16, 2014 occurred while Laxman was working at Ninewells Hospital in Dundee, a coastal city in eastern Scotland, with a team of other doctors. Patient A's waters had broken early at 25 weeks, and upon examination her baby was found to have a prolapse cord and was in a breech position. However, the motor cervix was about 2 to 3 centimeters dilated. Fully dilated is usually 10 centimeters. The hearing was told that the tragedy occurred on March 16, 2014, while Dr. Laxman was working at Ninewells Hospital in Dundee with a team of other doctors. A mother, clutching 2 teddy bears, said, "I had been for a scan the previous Friday and I was told my son was breech, and the nurse told me if anything had happened to my son it was going to be a C-section. But when I was taken to the labor suite nobody told me what was happening. A lot of people were talking, they kept saying the baby needed to come out, but nobody looked at me in the eye and told me what was going to happen. There were 2 doctors between my legs, one on my right-hand side holding my hand, and there were other people there too. I was examined by a doctor but she didn't say anything to me. They were checking for the baby's heartbeat and it had plummeted, and that's when I was told it was going to come out. I remember them saying I was too threesome dilated and I was told to push. Nobody said I was not having a C-section and doing something else instead. Whilst this was going on I was in pain." She said the only pain relief she was provided was a spray on her tongue which she was told was meant to loosen her cervix. "I had the doctors putting their hands inside me and I had them pushing on my stomach and then pulling me down," she said. "I tried to get off the bed but they pulled me back 3 times and just said they had to get the baby out. They twice tried to cut my cervix and nobody told me they were going to do it. There was no anesthetic. I said to them, 'It doesn't feel right, stop it, what's going on, I don't want to do it,' but nobody responded to me in any way. Afterwards I was in a cubicle with a curtain around me and the sister came over to me and told me my son had passed away. I didn't know the details but Dr. Laxman came to see me and the baby's father was there. Dr. Laxman sat on the side of my bed and she said how sorry she was for what happened, but I didn't know the full extent of what happened at that point. I just said, 'It's alright, these things happen, I forgive you.' She went away but I started screaming when I found out the full extent. I was just crying. I was upset because of the severity of his injury." She said she would not use the word stillborn. "He was not stillborn, he was decapitated. I was pregnant, my first pregnancy. I wasn't sure what was going on and I was told it was the safest place possible. Nobody explained the plan or risks associated. It was like disorganized chaos and I was scared." The hearing was told Dr. Laxman decided on a natural delivery. Charles Garside, QC, for the General Medical Council told the tribunal the doctors tried to coerce the birth through traction. The attempt to manipulate the baby's head to come out of the cervix failed because the cervix has clamped onto the baby's head, and despite effort made to assist, these efforts failed. Dr. Laxman made 3 attempts to cut the cervix with scissors but baby B's head was separated from his body and his head was stuck inside patient A's body. Mr. Garside supported patient A's account that she was not given any pain relief or instructed on when the C-section was being carried out. She failed to perform a cesarean without general anesthetic at a time when speed was needed. They should have carried out a Category 1 cesarean section. The baby had a heartbeat, it was slow but it was not dead. The choice was taken by Dr. Laxman to try a vaginal delivery, and this was the wrong choice. They should never use a vaginal delivery in that situation. New babies are fragile, but this tiny baby was more fragile, and being pulled or twisted could do a lot more damage. Dr. Laxman's attorney addressed the mother during the hearing, telling her Dr. Laxman had asked to say she is so very sorry and deeply saddened for the outcome of your baby. She knows that no amount of words can or will soften your pain, but she is hoping that knowing that what she was trying to do was her very best to deliver your baby quickly and sufficiently, and she had best intentions at heart. She added that Dr. Laxman had said she did not intend to harm patient A or the baby. The hearing continues. Copyright 9 Digital Proprietary Limited